Hello guys, and welcome back dito sa KDR Tournament Series, the Wildcard Qualifiers. We are back, and we will be getting into our first round 4 broadcast into this one. We will be featuring some 2 new faces yet again here, Mr. Vim.
Yes,
Revolution Esports versus Atlas, at kakaiba talaga nakikita natin sa bracket na ito. Dito sa Wildcards, iba't ibang pangalan ang pwede talagang pumalag, iba't ibang pangalan pwede talaga umasenso para sa ating KDR Tournament Series. It really goes to show that our teams are really stepping up their game. But you know what else has been stepping on up? Our amazing sponsors. Big shoutouts to Globe at Home. With Globe at Home, you can recreate the world right at home. Level up your gaming experience at home with Globe at Home's only plan, $28.99 with speeds up to 100 Mbps. Visit shop.globe.com.ph or the Globe store near you.
Ang ating official PC partner for KDR, Legion Philippines and Intel. Stylish outside, savage inside. You can join the Empire, Legion's exclusive rewards program, complete missions and earn reward points to redeem exclusive Legion merchandise. You can do that by following the official Legion Philippines pages on Facebook and Instagram at Lenovo Legion PH.
Now, we are powered here by XSplit. XSplit VCam lets you remove, replace, and blur your background without a green screen. Download and try out the free version now. At sabi ko nga talaga tungkol sa VCam, hindi ka nang lalagay ng tarpaulin dyan, okay lang, pwede na tayo sumet up. Upo ka na lang, tas funny backgrounds that you can actually use no matter what. And don't forget guys, we have a giveaway going on right now.
Yes,
Meron pa tayong headset galing sa Legion Philippines as well as the Gcash from Globe at Home na pinapamigay. Nag-draw na tayo kanina ng mga exploit winners natin. So congratulations to those guys. At every single day dito sa ating KDR Tournament Series, may giveaways tayo dahil sa sponsors na yan. And of course, 225,000 pesos on the line with all of that being said and done. Pero ito na, Mr. Vim. Revolution Esports versus Atlas. Basically, 2 newer faces to the scene in the way. They haven't been able to do like really deep runs in some of our tournaments. Pero ang tagal ko na nakita ang Revolution, na cast na ako ng game nila. And they're really one of those teams that are trying to get better and better every single time. In the meantime, yung Atlas naman, nung napansin ko sila, parang, oy, I know this name. And they've had some good results here and there. Last week, natalo lang sila nung 3rd place natin na si Blitzkrieg. And this is a good chance for them kasi yun nga yung point ng Wildcard Qualifiers, diba? We get these up-and-coming teams to show their stuff and really bring it, especially in the group stage.
I mean, here at VPH, we're all about giving these brand new teams the stage and the limelight that they deserve. So, this is night time for them to show us what they've got. Again, this is Revolution versus Atlas.
I love it. And, you know, bagong mga teams talaga, bagong mukha, and I cannot wait to get into this one. Pero mukhang Revolution Esports can be running that Killjoy onto Gia. We have Murdoch there as well, going for the Sova. So, kanina pa natin nakita talaga Killjoy being popular on a map like this. Nakaka-3rd gameplay sila. Nano Swarm is gonna be effective to go for the hold spur. So, Echo said, gonna be on that Phoenix. So, Flash is gonna be in order. Jakusha on the Omen. So, marami talaga silang pambulag, at si Hot Sauce is gonna be looking hot with that Jet.
Double duelist with a single sentinel. All right, let's see how that works out for them. For the side of Atlas, let's take a look at this. Brig on that Reyna.
Slided. Oh, Killjoy na naman. So, ang hilig nila mag-3rd denial of in terms of areas, right? And it's interesting, pero mukhang si Yoshi at si Tao with the Jet and the Brimstone, and Dre will wrap it up here with a Sova into that. So, different smokers for both sides, different second duelists, but more or less same kind of idea in terms of composition between Revolution and Atlas, as we will be playing on Haven with Bind and Split banned out here.
I think here on a map like Haven, you get more value out of an agent like Omen as opposed to like Brimstone. But again, of course, it just depends on who has the better aim, but like, or who can utilize the kit better. If you have some lineups on Brimstone, especially on to Seaside here, you know, it can really pay off. But ang dami kasing choke points dito sa C, as like any other map, that we can really benefit with Paranoia. But it's very, very efficient at A site, and you know damn well that yun yung pinakamahirap i-retake na site. So.
Ang gets ko rin talaga, pag nag-Brimstone ka, magko-commit ka sa push. Pero dito sa Haven, sometimes you get a pick-off and then you rotate all the way to the other side.
Right.
And yung mga nag-regenerate na dark cover, mas makakatulong talaga in the long run. So, I gotta say here for the side of Atlas, commitment talaga ang kailangan nila gawin. Sana all nagko-commit talaga. Pero habang nakikita natin to, at na si Yoshi sa may gitna, mukhang A-push muna dito para sa Revolution, at dito na kaya mag-uumpisa ang uprising nila.
Here, during the pistol round, hindi talaga ako fan Daks ng ano eh. May isang nag-lurk or isang may iwan. Either split push, full commit. In most cases, I really don't believe in someone lurking in the pistol round because you don't have enough firepower to be, fend off against like a double peak, for example.
Tama naman at medyo dumediretso lang naman yung defense in the first place. Pero mukhang si Gia ang unang makakapatay kay Tao. Classic in hand, gets the headshot. Yoshi in the meantime by the connector, zoned out by the Flames. And Revolution Esports, umpisa pa lang. Maayos na kaya agad dito sa A side.
Pretty fast take so far.
Yeah, but Dre
Trails about.
and Murdoch, Besties is also on the board. Pero si Dre pa rin ang pumapalag. Atlas right now looking to hold. Dre gonna be able to get 3. And mag-iisa na lang dito ang ating Killjoy dito sa may short. Nagtumatago sa may sewer. Kaya pa niyang umabot. Ayan na naman si Dre. At 4 lang kailangan niya para mapatay ang lahat. Well played there to the side of Atlas. Doing it there and then. And the defense with the retake on point.
Yep, 4v5 retake yun. Pero si Dre really was able to secure that round win using that recon dart to give the team sufficient info. Look, parang nagka-problema sa post-plant dun ng Revolution Esports.
Kulang sila ng bantay, pansin mo. Parehas nang tumatago ng same angle. Walang makakapatay ng iba. Walang parang nagiging 1v1 lang yung peg. And Atlas takes advantage of that. And Dre right now going for the Ares as well as the full armor. So, tatlong buy dito sa Atlas as per usual. Dalawa on the ghost. And we do see Revolution right now trying to lurk a little bit with the shorty. Pero spam muna si Dre. Habang makahanap ng ilang mapapatay. Pero si Tao nag-push. Dalawang kaya na hulihin. Yoshi though backing on away. Looking for that saps. And Murdoch will catch out Tao. Pero ang bilis talaga ng Atlas doon. 2-0 na ang score natin dito.
Sometimes you gotta press the attack, especially if you know that you have such a great gun advantage coming into the second round. Nag-commit sila and look at this. Yoshi with that operator already. Very, very early up. Very risky. But it can really solidify an early advantage into a snowball.
Round number 3, man.
If you hold it with your dear life, then it can pay off sometimes.
Ito na talaga yun eh. Atlas gearing up for a group stage invite. If they win this out, they will be the first ones here. Kasi ito na ang round number 4, guys. At kung sino man ang magwagit sa mga matchup na ito, alam mo na sila ang papasok sa group stage natin para sa next weekend. Pero si Yoshi ang unang makapitas na sa Killjoy. Good start here. Revolution, of course, still has a good chance. Best of 1 naman. Anything can still happen. So many rounds to go for. Pat si Hotsos, intay mo na dito sa window. Slower play from Revolution because Atlas is instilling so much fear with the operator in hand.
Kakaiba talaga yung psychological effect ng operator alone. Even if it, just hearing that sound of that bullet being fired, it just completely paralyzes your team sometimes. And you really have to get past that mentality if you want to succeed, especially in a map like Haven.
Don't worry, I'll hold your hand, Mr. Vim. Huwag ka matakot, boss. Pero ito na si Hotsos. Mapapatayin si Tao. Pero si Dre in the meantime, spam pa rin. At wallbang niya si Hotsos doon. Thesis though, moving on forward. Best thesis. Sana na lang nakaiya na ako sa thesis ko dati. Pero it's high time for the curveball. Dulwag kagad si Bry. Ang dilim talaga doon. And well played there to Revolution, opening up C-side.
Looks like a spike has been planted here. It's up to Yoshi to make use of that operator. Ito yung sinasabi natin delikado, Daks eh. Pag nabitawan yung operator na yan, talagang napakamahal na. And
pero mukhang binitaw na niyo yung bala, boss. The Dragon becomes him and Besties will go down. 1v2 situation. Gets the Phantom right now, trying to go for the fake defuse. Pero proper peek there from Murdoch. Gets that kill at mukha talaga yung risk. Hindi siya ganun ka-rewarding. Nahanap nila yung operator. Makakuha nila dyan. And Revolution now has the 5-wave gun in their hands.
Yep. And of course, really good presence of mind there, switching a gun at that last moment. Kasi it's really hard to retake a 1v3 on an operator in most cases. But here, Atlas has the ult advantage, but Revolution Esports was able to secure that operator in the hands of, I believe, Murdoch, right?
Yep.
And then, of course, Best Thesis is probably going to make a play with that run it back.
So how do you make a best thesis? Ano kaya ang kailangan mo maging subject? Does it have to be revolutionary? Makapagay talaga eh. Bagay sa Team Revolution Esports. Kaya pala. Alam mo na, they're trying to change the world one shot at a time. Pero tingnan natin dito, si Jacko siya, nasa may window. Slower play yet again here from Revolution. Mukhang hindi sila mahilig masyado mag-go for the fast take. And I've seen this before from them. Playing for picks is one way to go about things here and there. Trey though, in the meantime, kanina pa siya dito sa may garage. He has the Phantom though, not the best for the wall bangs, but he's keeping an eye out with a bit of that intel.
Dre is wall banging over there on Garage. But I really think a better sort of wallbang location is over there by mid window. Because if you deny window control, it's a very big thorn to the side of the attacker side.
Yeah, pero ito na si Besties is looking to make a thorn out of the C side. Pero si Dre at si Tao at si Yoshi ang makakapatay lang sa kanila. Easy takedowns there for the side of Atlas. 4v1 right now. Here we go again. And Gia is running around to die. Bri will be able to get that kill. Operator going back by Yoshi. At buong Atlas talaga ang magwawagi na naman dito.
It's like nahihirapan sila pag full commit yung Revolution. It's like they're very, very perhaps slow on trade frags. But conversely, if they play it kind of slower, if they take their time and play for picks, parang dun sila nag-succeed nung isang round na nanalo sila. So I think what they have to do right now is to take their time. And it was unfortunate that they were not able to make use of the operator that was in the hands of Murdoch. Perhaps a rush was not in order there.
Gotta say though, Atlas is impressing right now at kaya sila umamat dito sa may round number 4. Ini-impress nila lahat ng pwede manood sa kanila so far.
Right.
And 3-1 right now ang scoreline natin dito. Hot Sauce though, with the Sheriff in hand. Tago muna sa may smoke. Hintayin kung sino man mag-push. For Atlas, not falling for it whatsoever. Sticking around by the A site, looking to triple stack it even with the Reyna in. So, for mukhang si Clyde ang una makakapatay. Pangalawa na yan, si Murdoch ang huli niya. And really good window defense here from our Killjoy.
Indeed. Look at that. Blind headshot through the smoke, taking down Hot Sauce. A bit of a textbook mistake there that they were, prematurely peeking onto site kahit na wala pang smoking heaven. Di pa umabot yung smoke eh.
Yeah, nagpakita sila konti at yun talaga pugot ang ulo nila. And something to also note, they're using guns that do have trackers and just a general direction there, allowing Atlas to make that a clean win. Rotate muna ang buong team. Kuha sila ng Sheriffs para lang may souvenir sila after that round. And there you go. Atlas right now holding really well. And Revolution, they were able to clutch it out in a post-plan situation. Pero hirap talaga sila makaabot dun sa sitwasyon na yun.
I think at this point, they just have to play for picks. Especially now, meron silang Hunter's Fury, meron silang Blade Storm. They could open up perhaps a single site with that Hunter's Fury or Blade Storm on that lurk. Try to put pressure on multiple lanes.
Tingnan natin kung kaya nga ma-pressure in the first place kasi mukhang ito na ang Atlas. Umpisa nila yung Hunter's Fury at ilag-ilag dyan ang Jet pero dalawa ang huli niya kagad. Hot Sauce and Besties is both sticking together. Nagkabanggaan sila dun, Mr. Vim. And that is just gonna be enough to get those takedowns. Atlas right now taking heavy control of this game. And we say that yung attacking side talagang naghahanap ng pitas. Pero mukhang umpisa pa lang, kulang na sila ng dalawa.
And each round win, Daks, sobrang decisive ng victory ng Atlas. They are taking control of this game, 4-1, right? 3-point lead, pero it's how they win each round. It's just so decisive.
The weight of the world on their shoulders. But right now, it seems like the world is a featherweight compared to what they are doing so far. Atlas right now, holding as close as possible. Nakita na naman natin na pataytin ang ating defensya in the first place. At nahanap nila yung mga angulo na magugulat na lang kagad ni Revolution. Peekaboo, I see you as patay ka na. Jacko Shadow holding on to a lobby. At mukhang plano ngayon ng Revolution, last minute push perhaps in this round.
I think at this point in time, if they don't get a pick within like 5 seconds, I would just save it.
30 seconds left.
Keep those guns in check. Pero ito na si Brian, nag-iintay lang dito sa may sulok. Kayang-kaya nyo makitin sa window. Kita nyo yung hoodie. At huli si Jacko siya. Another takedown here for Atlas. Tago na lang ang ating Killjoy at ating Sova. Mukhang Atlas daw on the hunt. Gusto pa nila makapatay ng iba. They're on the streak anyway. They have the money to burn. Pero as Gia backs on away to the west side, mukhang Revolution nga ang mag-save dito. Again talaga yun. A Revolution doesn't start in a day. Nahihirapan sila mag-set up. Maybe one day someone will pick up their cause. But right now, Atlas is the world watching over them.
At this point in time, talagang kayang i-aggress ng Atlas, try to hunt them down, try to psych out their opponent as much as they can, and assert their dominance even further here. Pero talagang crucial yung 2K na yan eh.
The instant replay amuses me kasi narinig natin yung mga voices in slow-mo.
Okay.
Parang, where to
I'm not sure
run?
if that is, I don't know. I find it cool, but like, Kind of strange as well.
Hindi ko nga sure kung ganun nga yun.
Oh, is that intended? I hope so.
Yeah, we'll see. But here we go again. Atlas right now gonna be looking to keep it up. Dalawang ultimates para sa ating Brimstone at ating Reyna. Pero baka si Yoshi, mag-i-pick lang dyan. Mahulin si Pestisis. Mahulin niya si Jacko siya. Umpisa pa lang. Atlas again getting those 2 pickups. Kanina, gamit ng Hunter's Fury. Ngayon, gamit ng Operator.
It's just they're getting caught off guard early on in the round. Although Hot Sauce does get a pick of his own.
And dash on the way. Yoshi in the meantime by the window. And Atlas gonna be looking to keep an eye out as much as possible. Pero si Hot Sauce ngayon, spam muna dyan. Hanap ng paraan, hanap ng pitas. This is the Jet in the middle of the map. Brido in the meantime throwing dyan that Leer. At mukhang Atlas ngayon, they're just holding as close as they can on the sites that they need to. And they're doing a really good job on a more passive defense.
It's just that I think Revolution at this point, parang medyo napaparalyze sila eh. Napaka-restricted na movement nila. You know, they've been in that mid lane for the past 30 seconds. Right? So parang we need more fluidity. And this is exactly what happens, you know?
Pilay na pilay talaga sila atin si Brian at si Tao. May isa na lang yung si Gia. Pero si Tao ang huli niya sa may double doors. At si Yoshi naghahanap ng paraan. Interesting lockdown though. And that is gonna be Atlas getting one back. Pansin ko talaga dito sa Atlas, pitas muna sila, tapos back off na. 5v3, already paralyzing as you said, and it is just enough for them to take every single round so far, bar one.
Right. It's just, you know, they don't even have to overextend to try and get a pick. Parang napaka-predictable so far ng movement ng Revolution Esports, and ini-exploit nila yun. Si Yoshi, especially on that operator, peek lang siya sa labas ng garage doors or peek sa labas ng mid-window, and, you know, instantly get a pick. And that really paralyzes the whole movement of Revolution Esports as a squad.
Masasabi ko lang dito sa Atlas, pinapakita talaga na praktisado sila. Hindi sila umabot ng round 4 because of flukes. They have really worked for it as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Pero ngayon, Revolution, Stinger in hand. At mukhang i-iba nila yung tactics. Rush muna dyan. Oh, interesting that he goes for both the updraft as well as the tailwind para lang makapasok to sa may window. At si Dre nagsaspam lang as much as possible, trying to go for the wall banks. Pero ang Atlas, rotating over to C-side. Revolution right now, taking a different angle. Pero yun na, mowing it down. Si Dre naglilinis kagad ng mga grass dito. And that is just gonna be 4 on the board for Atlas. Left all alone is the Omen. Kita siya konti. Si Jacko siya ang patay kay Yoshi. And Yosh indeed, Atlas now up by 6.
I really like yung play ni Dre sa Sova. Tamang-tama yung timing ng mga recon dart niya. And of course, hindi siya takot mag-wallbang using that Odin yet again.
Tama lang rin yung back off niya eh. On to C-side, mow it down, get as many kills before he dies. At alam naman niya na Revolution is trying to close the gap. So Atlas is showing us a little bit of that game knowledge, that game sense. Really impressing so far on the defense. But Revolution, they do have an idea of what to do now. Kung kaya nila i-rush down ang kanilang kalaban, di kayang-kaya nila pumalag dito. Pero ngayon, ito na naman si Yoshi by the sewers. Kaya ba niya makahuli ng isa? No! Gio will get the headshot. At kanina pa yung Killjoy actually getting the kill out of nowhere. Pero mukhang si Clyde D tago dito sa corner. Murdoch will be able to get that shutdown after the kill onto Bestisis, but Bry is still there, catching out the Killjoy. 3v3 na kagad tayo dito.
Despite getting a couple of opening kills right there, Atlas is still holding on. Very impressive defense so far.
And this is gonna be Atlas right now, keeping an eye out. Spike to planted by Revolution. Mukhang nakaabot sila sa postback. Kaya pa nilang pitasan to, kaya pa nilang palagan to. Kasi ito na kagad ang ating Sova. Murdoch though, catching Trey out. Rotates around. He's gonna get 2, 3 overall. But Tao is still there. At muntik na talaga yun. But Revolution this time, gonna get answered by Atlas. And 8-1 is our score, Vim.
7-point lead para sa Atlas ngayon. Napakaganda rin pinapakita nila mga kaibigan. It's just they're getting caught off guard yet again. Revolution Esports, you know, they're off to a slow start each round, right? And Atlas is exploiting their passiveness by going, you know, bringing the fight to them, to the lobby from the site. And it's working out so well for them so far.
Kahit napitas nila isang beses doon si Yoshi, it still wasn't enough because in terms of post-plant, there was that hesitation. Huli pa rin sila. Gotta say for Murdoch though, absolutely amazing efforts. Between the Sova and the Killjoy there for Revolution, they have made such an impact to really open up those sites there that you would expect from the Ludulas instead. For si Yoshi, forced on the way. I like the nanoswarm there. Mid-control muna dyan para lang mapilitan ang Atlas tumigil dito.
It's like Tao. Being sneaky siya dito. Let's see if he can get a pick.
Oh, he does get blind a little bit, pero tingin muna sa kaliwa, lingon lang dyan, para muna dyan, and that's gonna be Tao getting to so far. There we go with Yoshi again with the operator, hot sauce all alone, up in the air, Yoshi will bring out the Blade Storm, at Atlas talaga minamanhandle na lang dito ang Revolution. At ang tanong ko sa iyo, Vim, ano kailangan gawin ng Revolution para lang makabalik sa half na ito?
Just thought a lot of fundamental mechanical errors, faster trade frags, and I think we saw in that last round that the Phoenix parang na-flash niya yung sarili niya. So that actually blinded him and wasn't able to realize, he wasn't able to check the left corner where the Brimstone was. Just being more diligent and playing together as a team, unfortunately, not happening right now for Revolution. But still, again, momentum shifts can happen, especially in the second half. So maybe they can do something better on defense. But they should be able to use their ultimate abilities in sync and, you know, pull off some sort of combo at this point.
Right now, they do want to at least try to make it a 93 at the end of the half. Pero pansin ka talaga dito sa Revolution, may mga maliliit na bagay naman silang nagagawa tama, pero hindi sila nangyayari in the same rounds. Parang kulang pa rin because yung overall package ng Revolution, hindi nakikita natin for any kind of victory besides that one post-plant situation on C-side. Pero na naman si Clyde D. Nasa heaven, bumabantay. Best thesis in the meantime with the Stinger. Gusto niya tumulak dito, pero look at Atlas already cutting off so many angles and they are getting closer and closer to really choke out Revolution again.
Now every second that they wait is more info being given to Atlas. But again, we saw glimmers of hope from Revolution Esports. I mean, grabe yung performance ni Murdoch kanina sa operator, almost securing that clutch 1v3 situation.
Yeah.
Hot sauce with the entry though.
Yeah, mukhang hawak na dito ang ating shorty. Nag-Blade Storm muna siya. Unfortunately, can't really get anyone. At mukhang sabi ng Atlas, sige, balik muna tayo dyan. He tried to protect that Phoenix though, and Murdoch gonna be able to get the takedown there instead. Or was that actually a run it back in front of his opponent? Parang first time ko nakita yun. It was like a blink and visit moment. Pero si Bri, he's not gonna be blinking. He catches that Jakusha there. Hot sauce in the meantime by the connector there. And then, at mukhang ito na ang ating Hunter's Fury from Murdoch. Clyde D though, catching out best thesis. Murdoch now, we're gonna be able to get 3. At kaya ba ng Sova i-clutch to as 2v2 as of the moment. Yoshi on the high ground. Bri will be able to catch out the Sova. Ikot lang dyan para sa Revolution. First smokes are out. Here comes the defuse. At mukhang nalito dito si Hot Sauce. Kaya ba na mahuli ang kalaban niya? Bri will be able to get the angle, get that takedown. At si Atlas nga ang magwawagi doon. Pero I hope we can get the replay of what happened there to the Phoenix. I'm not too sure.
I didn't quite get that actually.
Yeah, parang did he save his own life by run it backing in front of his opponent?
I mean that could be a thing.
That works. I'm not sure. I don't think our camera guys got that one, but wow, that's something to survive.
Big brain, big
Okay
brain.
yun eh. Okay yun. So, yun talaga sinasabi natin dito sa Revolution eh. They have small steps that work out. But unfortunately, it doesn't all come together as one. Maayos na sana yung flank, pero walang tao talaga sa site.
I feel like individually they're good players, right? But kulang yung parang chemistry nila as a team. Perhaps there's synergy like this. See that no one was able to trade for Gia, although Hot Sauce does get these opening picks here and there. They're not there to capitalize on each other's sort of, you know, glimmers of hope.
Parang naghahanap sila masyadong mga duels na mga 1v1 at sabi nila, uy, nagawa ko to, tara pasok kayo dito. Rather than helping each other out in a way. Pero Revolution Esports, this is gonna be a team that's trying their best to work together to find a way to the group stage. Pero mukhang si Tao talaga ang magpapakita sa mid doors. At kung hindi kinokontrol lang Revolution yung mid doors na yun, ini-exploit lang talaga ng Atlas every single time. Beautiful shot also from Yoshi, catching out Hot Sauce, and Murdoch will answer back to kill Dre there.
Again, they do manage to dwindle the numbers of Atlas, but they always fall short of closing around. Unfortunately, looks like yung spike papunta ng A side dito.
Mukhang ito na nga operator in hand. Tingnan talaga natin kung paano to gagana. As here we go again, Murdoch as of the moment pushing on to A long. Revolution, dalawa na lang sila, pero at the very least dito sa may A site, all they have to deal with are the killjoy traps and they can actually plant. Pero time is of the essence here, Vim, at mahirapan talaga sila dito mag-setup. Pero kaya may smoke, kaya may setup, and there we go with the plant from Jakusha.
Looks like they can take their sweet time here. It's a 3v2 situation. And they have more or less about 40 seconds to try and defuse the spike. It's plenty of time here, but Murdoch does take Clyde. Perhaps a bit of impatience being shown right here by Atlas.
Yeah, na-feel na nila yung panalo nila. Kaya ba nila tapusin to? Or will Revolution be able to make the epic comeback that we have been hoping for? Jacko siya, mahuli niya si Tao. Ito na si Yoshi, gets the tap onto the crouching Omen. Pero ayun, yung one shot ni Murdoch. And that is gonna be enough. Revolution again, relying on the up to bail them out. This time it works. And swap sides are there. Pero Atlas right now is up by 8. Grabe talaga ang lead ngayon ng attacking side.
Very tall order for Revolution Esports. But if, pretty much anything can happen, if momentum can shift, it's going to be on the second half where the team swaps sides. And of course, ang team composition ng Revolution Esports, very, very similar to Team Atlas. So, arguably, both these teams can be offense or defense oriented. It's just a matter of how they fare mechanically.
At mukhang nakita ko doon sa stream natin kanina, paano nangyari doon. So, na-smoke out actually si Dre. Tapos, nag-push doon ang Revolution. So, doon siya nag-run it back yung Phoenix natin. Tapos, biglang nawala yung smoke. Tapos, biglang may naudin nakatapat sa kanya. Buti na lang, may bumamantay na Sova. So, pretty funny chain of events. I'm glad that we have something like a delay. So, I can check something out like that. But look at that! Long-range dart. May nag-YouTube dyan dito, guys. Plus, Revolution Esports showing us how it's done. Murdoch, again, an absolute MVP. At nakita natin yun sa mga ibang mga teams na natalo so far sa stream. May mga 1 or 2 players talaga na absolute standout. And Murdoch has to be one of them here for Revolution. But Hot Sauce, in the meantime, gonna be able to get a kill here for Revolution sides 4v4 right now. But C-side already taken by Atlas. Ang mukha talaga mahirapan dito ang Revolution kasi post-plant na naman as Bestie says goes for the curveball and tries to hide in the corner.
You gotta commend Hot Sauce as well. He's been trying to make the plays for his team. Again, his team just needs to capitalize on the plays that he makes. Gia, look at these trades going all around here.
Pero si Yoshi, buhay pa rin 1v1 ngayon. Kaya ba ni Gia makahanap ng angulo? Hindi, si Yoshi ang magsasabi na madalian lang to. Ghost in hand, gets the taps into that one. 11-2 na. At ang Atlas talaga ang nagsasabi na kaya ba natin umabot ng group stage? Mukhang ang sagot ay magiging oo kung makuha lang nila yung 2 point na kailangan nila para manalo dito sa Haven.
Now, coming into this second post-pistol round, kita natin dito si Yoshi, naka-ghost pa rin siya. While the rest of his team is on Spectres, they're committing buys. Pero kung kampante ka sa tutok mo, sulit yung ghost eh. So, kita natin si Yoshi dito. He just got that beautiful 3K, or maybe was it a 4K? Can't really recall, but just an incredible performance.
He basically single-handedly kept that spike alive, and that is just all you need para sa Team Atlas. Kung kaya nyo panaloyin yung offense dyan, kaya mo nyo gamitin yung lead nyo in the first place, di alam mo na kayang-kaya talaga manalo ng Atlas dito. Pero mukhang mapilitan dito ang Revolution mag-force buy. Nag-iintay sila ng paraan para lang makahold, pero ang Atlas naghahanap ng ibang mapipitas at mukhang si Dre ang unang makakapatay doon onto Gia.
Very good call, no, for the rest of Atlas to commit to those buys. Kasi alam nila mag-force buy yung Revolution.
Ito na talaga though. Hot Sauce going for the push, and while Bryce trying to set up, he is gonna take the face full of the stinger there. Atlas though in the meantime, Ego dyan sa may spawn. Nagpamatay daw yung Sova at si Murdoch mahuli pa rin ni Yoshi. Tao though in the meantime side the Cubbies. Yan si Besties, upgrade ng gun. Clyde Dido catching at Jack siya, 3v1 ngayon. At ito na talaga, jumping shot from the Sova. Pero distraction lang yon kasi andun na si Clyde D at match point na para sa Atlas. At alam mo na sirang-sira ang ekonomiya ng Revolution dito.
Yep, they have about 2,400 credits each, and of course full buys na ang Atlas dito. Now they're gonna commit everything they got to secure this win. Things are looking very bleak. Pero Murdoch on that Marshall. Let's see if he can pull off the recent success he had on that operator. But again, sinabi mo nga kanina, Daks, if there's any player on the team of RVM that's been consistent performer throughout this game, I think it's going to be Hot Sauce or Murdoch here. They've been trying to make plays for the team, unfortunately just falling short of securing those round wins.
Yeah, and someone else to take note would be Gia because he gets that first kill onto Yoshi, pero si Clyde deeper. Gia with the crossfire! Turret plus himself equals I get the kill onto 3. Pero si Dre nandyan pa rin at mukhang Atlas kanina may advantage ngayon, down by 1. They do have to go for the spike plant though. Pero ito na ang Revolution, paranoia into play. Murdoch looking to go for the headshot there and then, and Hot Sauce with the flank catching out Bry.
Really good flank there. Dre though Takes him out.
Eto pa rin si Dre though, another top 3 on the board. Bababa yung Sova, tatalikod si Murdoch, pero the headshot is there. At sasabihin ko sa'yo kanina, Vim, na sige, pwede niya pretend na operator yan, pero ang kailangan lang niya gawin dito para makapatay ay isang headshot, and he's able to do so in kind. So Revolution gonna be able to survive a little bit more because of their Sova, and a standout performance here from Murdoch.
It just goes to show how lethal he is on those sniper rifles, but perhaps shades of miscommunication right there. The Omen was already taken down by Sova over a default, but Murdoch was able to, he was still checking hell. And for me, that's a telltale sign of perhaps a lack of communication in the team, but still standout performance nonetheless. And let's see if they can hold on to this.
Kahit hindi kayo nag-communicate, kung may reflex ka naman pumalikod, di alam mo na.
Kita mo naman yung napagad ng flick ni Murdoch.
Parang umiikot-ikot nga si Murdoch mga ilang beses. Like,
360.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But you know who has been doing his all and more? It has been Yoshi. Top frag, Sheriff in hand, Bladestorm ngayon, at buong Atlas, sasabihin nila, sige, eco-run tayo, pero tutuloy pa rin natin ang offense natin, tutuloy pa rin natin ang kailangan natin gawin. At ito na ang Atlas from the sewer to the short angle, lockdown even to make sure that this is gonna be winnable here. Kasi mukhang hindi sila fully eco because we have a Phantom there for Clyde. Drake gonna have a Phantom as well, so Atlas, the only one without the gun, is the one with the knives.
Ganda na ginawa nila dun, no? Lockdown sa A site, tapos rotate sa C.
Pero yun na nga si Yoshi, di niya kailangan ng barrel boss because ayun na talaga yung knives catching out Murdoch. Their first one on the board, gonna be the top frag versus the top frag. Pero ito na ang Revolution trying to spam it down through the garage entrance. Clyde Dido pushing from the mid doors at mahuhuli niya ang dalawa. Pero si Best Thesis nagsasabi, aral muna dyan, mapapatay niyo si Clyde D. There we go with the lockdown though. Kaya pa ng Revolution mag-retake, pero si Gia nandyan pa rin. 1v3 right now, lockdown can get broken. There we have the Lear at ayan na yung swing ni Bry. Atlas will show us the weight of the world is nothing to them, and they will be our first group stage invitee from the Wildcard Qualifiers.
Powerful performance from Atlas there against Revolution Esports. Just outclassing them, and taking a look at the scoreboard, that is very, very evident that each of their members have performed admirably throughout the entire match.
Absolutely solid right there. Nothing much to say about that game, but Atlas basically dominating all of the action. Si Dre at si Yoshi. Tingnan mo nga si Yoshi, eco rating 121. Dahil lang sa Blades naman yan, 20-6. That's a ridiculous KD.
That's ridiculous.
Hindi talaga siya namamatay eh. And gotta say for Revolution though, a few standout performances there from the likes of Murdoch as well as Gia. Kita natin yung mga right places at right times. I like the mid control sometimes. I like some of the pushes with the utility. Pero nung attack talaga nila, hindi nila nagagawa lahat ng kailangan nila gawin sabay-sabay.
Right. Just perhaps a lack of synchronicity there, but can definitely be worked out with a bit more training. Definitely looking forward to see the evolution of that team in the near future.
May lower bracket pa naman sila, pero mukhang Atlas talaga proving that they are here to play with the big guns, at sila ang una nating group stage invitee for next weekend. So 24 ang group stage natin, 25 ang playoffs mismo, and with 5K also for a little bit of bonus for them playing through the wildcard qualifiers kasi may 25K tayo on the line syempre for this weekend. Really goes to show na Atlas is one team to watch out for. Kasi I gotta say, sobrang dominant nun. Yoshi on that jet is a scary force to behold.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their mechanics, looking at their movement and their rotations, they just had a lot of pocket strategies, a lot of textbook strategies executed perfectly, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have up their sleeves.
Yeah, yung mid-doors peak lang, tas back off na and play passive. It just feels like there's a little bit of a bite at the start, and it's not just a full bite, it's not a full carnivore experience. Parang ano siya, poison in a way. Nahihirapan ka na talaga. You're gonna get paralyzed. Slow burn nga eh. Kasi nasabi mo kanina, ipit doon kanina ang Revolution sa may gitna ng mapa. And they couldn't even push because they were just so scared of what to do.
And really, just playing out the man advantage sometimes works the best. You don't always have to, go out guns blazing.
Yeah, and don't forget guys, may giveaways tayo. And speaking of the giveaways, it's time for us to announce our winners for GCash. Kasi meron pa tayong one more game after this, but before we get into that, congrats sa ating tatlong winners. So ano ang giveaway ng GCash, boss?
500 pesos each per winner. So we have 3 winners. That's 1,500 pesos worth of GCash, and you can spend, of course, GCash credits in any way that you want.
Battle Pass.
Nakalabas lang ng Act 3 mga kaibigan. If you haven't heard yet, I'm sure you have since you're watching this tournament. But if you haven't had the Battle Pass yet, then you can purchase it for 1,000 Valorant points or 500 pesos.
Yeah, and there you go. So who are our winners there for Gcash, my friend?
Looks like we'll be finding out in about a couple of minutes.
Ano mo yung scroll down,
Ah,
boss?
let's scroll down. Okay, never mind.
Just make it bigger.
Yeah. Looks like we have Kevs Dingal and Loris Martinez and June Dadole for our 3 winners of Gcash.
Okay, yan. Congratulations to our 3 winners, Kevs Dingal, Loris Martinez, as well as June Dadole. And don't forget, guys, meron pa tayong isa pang giveaway nangyari ngayon. May Legion Philippines headset pa tayong to give out. Okay nga yan, yung ano ba yan? H300?
H300 indeed.
My eyes are just like trying to focus but they're not. But isipin mo, tong Legion Philippines, nagbigay na ng keyboard, nagbigay na ng mouse, nagbibigay na ng headset. Complete package talaga. I wonder what's for tomorrow tuloy. Kung desktop PC na or something, baka laptop ang
Maybe it's a monitor or
monitor.
a laptop.
Tama.
And they just came out with their new brand spanking new 240 hertz monitor.
And powered by Intel, of course. Absolutely speedy. And it really goes to show na dito sa ating KDR tournament series, maraming binibigay ang ating mga sponsors and we have to give them complete preps and complete props to what they have done so far. Pero it's time for us to go on one last break because after this, we will have one more match for you sa round number 4. I do believe that it will be TMT Esports versus Anbu Elite Gaming. And while we're on break, don't forget that the giveaway instructions are there. Kaya nyo pa manalo ng goodies there from the side of Legion PH. And I cannot wait to announce who wins that later on. But we'll be right back. And you guys are tuning on into the KDR Tournament Series, the Wildcard Qualifier.